meeting for Borough Council to order. Rise to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Dave Campbell. Casey Goss.
Present.
Larry Sear.
Here.
Venus Shade. Mark Terry. Aaron Wilson.
Here.
Bill Wilson.
Here. Is there anybody that has anything to bring before council in the audience? If not, we'll head into the consent agenda. Is there anyone wants anything taken out of there, discuss later, or? If not, I'll accept the motion to approve it.
I make a motion that we accept the consent agenda.
Second. Motion made, properly second. Question? All those in favor give their consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Borough manager's report.
First thing I'd like to say congratulations to the persons that won at the local election. Congratulations, great job. Borough manager, first thing on your desk in front of you is your invitation to a grand opening ceremony for a local business in town. On the agenda, number one, CDBG CV Park update. So we received an update on this today. Our staff went up and talked to county and turned into surveys and stuff, but there has been a miscommunication or misunderstanding with the county. The county thought this entire time that this park was not going to be on Walnut and Catherine. It was going to be up by the trees up on the top of 5th Ward. Correct. And they finally read the letter I submitted to them a while ago in conjunction with the survey data and realized their mistake. So the survey has to be started over. No big deal. They got to go out and get all new numbers and households and stuff and start the process over. The catch-22 is we received $61,000. $2,000 so dollars were approved by Borough Council to support the new Visions IT setup to help COVID. And you guys probably remember that a few months ago. You voted to approve that. Some other issues have been developed since then, including the homeless shelter, Lumina Center, etc. They're still working on numbers for those facilities, what it would cost for engineering costs. Bottom line is, just tentatively, if the borough decides to help pay for those as part of our fair share, like we did New Visions, the dollar amount could theoretically go down to about $20,000 for the park. That does not mean it's dead in the water. We can still go through and do the surveys, which we're gonna. That just means we got to look for a different avenue of funding for the park, which means ARPA from different venues such as Usher County. It could be general fund, etc. So there's different ways we can still pay for it. We just don't want to stop the progress. So I just wanted to give you an update on that. Parking warning notice. Chief was going to discuss this. He's not here, so let me get back in here and find this notice. He wants to discuss this. Parking notice folder. There it is, parking notice, yeah. This has to do with the ordinance that was approved recently for the vehicles on public streets as far as the unserviceability, lack of inspection, that kind of stuff. The bottom line is, as I understand it, the council did approve the ordinance, but they weren't going to start enforcing it until 1 January. So the police chief wanted to brief in the meeting that they have these notices that they'll deal with on the cars until then, until that time actually takes effect as of 1 January. Victory Park brick steps. That came up as a result of the recent rec board meeting. Let me find Victory Park on here. The steps, there we go. The steps are in very poor repair. You can see them in this picture down in the grass there. Let me find some better pictures here. Here we go. You can see the condition of them. The bottom line is, we contacted the insurance company for the borough said it's a liability, they gotta be marked off for non-use because of their condition, and we've done that. However, there's some discussion with residents about the validity of keeping them or tearing them down and getting rid of them. Bottom line again is cost. We are in the process of getting a quote to find out if it's worth repairing these steps and upgrading them and putting a handrail there, etc. Or is it cost prohibitive and we just remove them and change the bank to a normal bank and grass the way it was. Some people think these are historical steps, but there hasn't been any provenance discovered working through the Chamber of Commerce and Historical Society. Bottom line is these steps just go really to nowhere. I mean, they go down by the river, but you can take the path, which is an easier trail down to the river than these steps. So currently they are off limits. They are marked off until we get our quotes back and we come back to council to decide what the next step will be. Next thing is the EADS RFP for building demolition. Lucas, do you have any update on that? Where we stand on that, you and Jim?
Yes. We're working with Jim at DLI.
Yeah.
We received the grant funding earlier this summer. Our architects are working on the demolition documents so that we can put that out to bid. They're planning to come down here in the next week or so and just do a site visit, make sure we're not missing anything structurally. But the plan is to get that all pulled together and put it out to bid in December, open bids in January, and then as soon as weather permits, coordinate with Penelec and everybody to get that building down in the spring.
Yep. Perfect. Okay. And then next one's also you, Lucas. But I got that from Lucas already, the draft for the rec park pool study. I got it.
Yes, we're going to, we got all the verbiage together.
Yep.
DCED requires that they review the RFP before it goes out to bid. So we're getting ready to send that down to them. And hopefully here within the next couple of weeks, they'll get that turned around and we can bid that one as well and get rolling on that pool study.
And he sent me the draft. We just got to put the burly letterhead and stuff on it. So he's working it and we're working it and we'll get moving forward. Pending any questions on these subjects, that's my report.
Okay, Tax Claim Bureau.
We did receive a report late this afternoon.
It is on
It is in your secret file, the Borough Council file. And we did receive a check today of roughly $7,000 for the taxes.
How much was it?
Roughly 7,000,
7,000.
roughly, yeah.
Fire Chief.
Thank you, Mr. President. In the month of October, the fire department ran 21 alarms, 2 building fires. We had a stove fire, furnace fire. We had a motorhome burn up out in 522 North. We ran 6 medical assists. We had 2 motor vehicle accidents with injuries. We had 3 natural gas leaks. We didn't find anything, but I did have the gas company come in and one out just to double check. We had a fuel oil spill in the basement. Guy's fuel oil tank tipped over and he lost about 100 gallons of heating oil in his basement. So we called the county and they took care of that. We had a gasoline spill. We had a carbon monoxide incident. That was with a patient also. That's how we found out about it. She went to the hospital sick that morning. The hospital found carbon monoxide in her system, and they notified us. So, in the fire department dispatch, we took her meters through. We found CO in the building, so I got hold of Rex, the code enforcer. He came up, and we had to get her out of there for a while. Also, we had a smoke detector activation, nothing found. 2 automatic alarms. Also, all 3 stations in the fire department participated in some community events over the month. Parades, safe night trick-or-treat. And between the 3 fire stations, they've done 7 fire prevention programs throughout the elementary schools and I think one of the churches. And myself, I done 4 fire inspections over the month. Took care of a couple businesses, daycare center, one of the apartment buildings, and everything was fine. I didn't find no hazards or anything. And that's pretty much it for me. Any questions?
Any questions for the chief?
Thank you.
Mayor, you're up.
Okay. I just wanted to bring you up to date on a couple of the events that we've already had and those that are coming up here soon. The first responder trunk and treat, it was a rainy night, but it was unbelievable how many kids we had. We actually moved down to the roofed-in malls down by the old Bonton building on both sides of Market Street, and the kids were all decked out in their costumes and got lots and lots of goodies. And I wanted to thank everybody that participated. We had vendors like the whole way on both sides handing out all kind of goodies. So it was a very big and wonderful event. Something that's coming up this week on Thursday, Veterans Day, there will be a Veterans Day ceremony in the courtroom at the historic courthouse. And there's a Major Toby D. Angelo. He's the executive officer of the 2nd Battalion, will be the speaker. There'll be special music and also refreshments. So it'd be nice if everybody could come out and honor our veterans. In December, before our next December meeting, there is the Ice Festival. That'll be on December 2nd and 3rd. And we're all planning a nice ice festival this year. It's scaled down a little bit from the normal, but it's going to be a nice festival for everybody. So I hope everybody comes down and enjoys that. And also the Christmas parade. The ice festival is December 2nd and 3rd. The Christmas parade will be on the 4th. Kiwanis is having their pancake festival at the First United Methodist Church. Again, before the parade, which will be at 1 o'clock. So those are a few things that are happening. So there's something for everybody, and it's always a good time to participate. The chief had to leave. One of our officers was involved in the accident, so he wanted to go and see what was going on with that, and I hope everything is okay. So I'm going to go ahead and give his report if that's okay. Calls for service for October is 524, traffic sites for 29, non-traffic sites for 13. We had parking tickets 215 and street maintenance tickets 775. So Josh has been very, very busy, and we certainly appreciate everything he's done for us all summer and into this fall. Civil service testing, we had to postpone ours and have it changed now to, it was supposed to be October the 24th, we're changing it now to January the 16th at 2 o'clock, and that'll be at Mifflin County High School. And if you know anybody that's interested, they have to have their applications in by January the 5th. And it is on our website, lewistownpolice.org. Let's see. We're also doing, like we do every year, is the Field of Cruiser program down in front of the Giant store. It's amazing. I mean, the people in our area are so generous when it comes to donating food for the food pantries and the Luminous Center. So that'll be in front of the Giant store, and that's on December the 17th. And they're there all day, so it'd be nice for everybody to participate in that also. And something that you had mentioned about the parking ordinance, they are issuing discourtesy warning notices, as you had said. So I think that's it. Anybody have any questions?
Any questions for the mayor? Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Rec board minutes.
We can go through those if you wish. Most of the stuff we talked about at the rec board was the steps, which we already covered. One of the things we discussed at the rec board was the police has a number of bicycles in their care from basic legal law enforcement actions. And after so much time, they are available to be destroyed or whatever the borough decides to do with them. We have gone through the numerous bikes down there, I don't know how many down there, maybe 30 or something like that. And we've looked at the top, like 10, the 10 bikes in the best condition. And I think the rec board, Kathy, aren't they looking about possibly trying to fix some of these bikes up and donate them out to some needy kids in one of our events here in the future? There was like 10 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we worked this with the chief Sexo, Richard White, so he's gone down and helped inventory them and set them aside so we know what we can do with them. And that's the main stuff of the rec board.
Okay. Solicitor.
Thank you. Is that him? Have you checked? I checked his ID.
Well,
We've got a new solicitor. Welcome back.
Thank you, Mayor. I sent around on Friday some proposed changes to the street sweeper parking ordinance. The changes are, some are minor. We correct the Lombardy Way to Lombardy Circle a couple times and remove one of the prohibitions, which was on Valley Street, I believe, from the 5 Points to Spruce Street. So this is really just kind of like a house cleaning type of ordinance change, nothing major. I guess it's just here, the options are to tell me to advertise it or to not if you don't want to, or send it back to law and ordinance for more work, whatever you.
well, I mean, I think we need to take care of it.
It's gone through the whole DPW section with all the streets and stuff. It's been reviewed through the law and ordinance. The situation that's in now that Mark is
Yeah, it's basically just two technicalities to keep us from.
Let me ask you one thing. I didn't think of this while I was sitting here. You know, you can search the borough codes by keywords, and Lombardy comes up in 4 different ordinances. This one, a school bus ordinance, where it's referred to as Lombardy Circle, and then 2 other ordinances where it's referred to as Lombardy Way. Do you want me to clean those up too?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just make those changes too.
and do it all one advertisement?
Yeah, that way, just do one advertisement. It won't make much difference in the cost.
Okay.
So I'll take care of that or advertise it for December.
I make a motion.
Is there a motion?
Yeah.
I make a motion that we advertise the adjustments to the ordinance, please.
Motion made, properly second. Question. All those in favor give their consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried.
New and unfinished business?
That's all you have, Mark?
That is all, thank you.
Okay.
It's 12 bicycles.
Okay, fine.
AccuFund invoice for online cloud service.
Correct, that's the new online service through AccuFund, which controls our payroll right now, HR, and all the other budget stuff we have. So the new invoice right there is $6,684.87. I just need approve to pay that, approve it to do that.
I make a motion that we pay the invoice.
Second.
Motion made, properly second. Question. All those in favor give their consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carries. Farm animal request. Or wait a minute, low income household water assistance program.
This came from the state, and it also was sent to MCMA, the new Mabel. Bottom line is, there's a program out now with the Department of Human Services, and has to do with helping citizens pay their bills when they're behind with water and sewer. We do have sewer, So that's why I sent it to Water, to the other agency. Bottom line is, I need to know if the council wishes to accept this program and participate. Because I'll need to fill out the paperwork and get the tax ID numbers, et cetera, and have it signed.
What does participation involve?
It means that if we have residents that can't pay their bill, we have the recourse to this program to go back to the state to get paid by the state for the late bills.
But do we have to meet any stipulations?
Well, there's stipulations, like once they pay, like you can't go back and charge them again for like 90 days, or you can't go back
Yeah,
and
but
pay them,
there's
something like
nothing
that.
we have to go through?
No.
Once they get paid for what they can't pay, then we can't go back after them for 90 days. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, after we pay them, we can't go back. If they go late again, you gotta wait like 90 days or so.
All for the same bill?
Not for the same bill, for, if they go late again or another
For
bill.
their new?
Yeah.
Okay.
For more shut-off notices, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like number 5
Number
there on the
5.
screen.
yeah.
Retain water service for at least 90 days after you accept payment.
And sewer, they apply sewer to your correct, Mark.
Oh, they can shut off.
Yeah.
So we would be taking care of this
What do you mean by that?
if we participate.
Well, we would just have a recourse of going back to the state to get reimbursed for sewer costs that the residents aren't paying. That's what it's for.
How does that work with liens going against the property then?
That, I have no idea.
Because if the water and sewer is not paid, then they can put liens against your property. So how's that gonna work with that being involved?
I suppose the citizens go back to this organization here, Department of Human Services, to get money to get those liens paid.
I mean, I don't know how far back they're gonna go, like anything that's been leaned is pretty old, so. I mean, I would assume the state pays X sewer bill, then it won't need to be leaned. I guess it'll actually be a benefit to the borough in that
Correct.
you won't have to mess around with as many sewer liens potentially.
And what it ties in with, Deb, is the COVID-19 pandemic, so I'm sure you can't go back to like 5 years ago and do that, but it's all tied to COVID.
Okay.
Good question, but I think that's the best way to answer it.
Okay. Thank you.
We can hold off for discussion for another committee meeting if you want.
I feel like we need to, do we have time? Like, there's no
Yeah.
deadline?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it just needs more research.
Not a problem.
Number 3, farm animal request.
We already went through that. And we already have an ordinance on that and everything, checking things come up.
They haven't got another request. I mean, we did go through a request at one time.
Yeah. Well, then we,
Here's the, I'm sorry, Bill, that's the.
did we do an ordinance on that?
That's it right there.
Yeah, we had actually, there was probably 2 years ago, a proposed ordinance regarding keeping chickens. My recollection is it didn't even get a second, that when it was brought up for discussion, it kind of died then. I read the letter that this individual sent. I mean, she's basically, asking for, I can't tell if it's a zoning variance, which would have to go to the zoning hearing board, or for the borough to consider, a new chicken keeping ordinance, so.
Do we want to table this for now?
Make a motion for no.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to take any action, you can just acknowledge receipt of the letter and move on.
Okay. Well, if nobody has anything to say, then we'll just move on with it. Employee termination.
All right, this is an issue we will discuss in executive session.
Okay. Deputy Borough Manager Treasurer position.
That will be discussed in executive session.
Municipal equipment replacement, truck 109.
Okay, the last council meeting, we discussed replacing truck 109, and we finished getting 3 more quotes from CoStars. The 3 quotes are listed below, the 156, the 166, the 167.
Is this a single axle
Yes.
dump truck?
Yes.
Not interested, even though it's on it. We need something bigger. We already have all the little dump trucks we need. We need something bigger. So we have nothing to haul snow, we have nothing to haul asphalt, not very little.
Ben, did you hear that? Okay. So we can hold off and get a bigger truck if you wish, it'll be in 2023.
Well, talk to the mechanic, he's even interested in looking at used ones. We got a good mechanic
Oh,
now.
we got a great mechanic, I agree with you there, Bill.
If you're gonna get a truck with a dual axle, it's not gonna go through any of the alleys around here with any type of, essence. I mean, you know, we're replacing a 1-for-1. This isn't a T-tag, a 550 type dumpster, or type dump truck. You know, it's a larger, considered a medium duty, a 39,000 DBW truck. Much like the one we currently have.
Do you think we need a bigger one, Dan?
The amount of in-house paving projects that we've been doing in recent years is minimal. You know, I think you end up, the cost of these is, you know, 167, you probably add another 100 on that for a dual axle with everything. You know, if you put a plow and a spreader on the back of it, you're essentially looking at a PennDOT type vehicle running down Shaw Avenue. And I know they've approached us before about us plowing portions of Logan Street because their trucks are too big to plow.
Right.
And we have a cooperative agreement. I just think something that the guys would be able to use every day.
How many plow trucks do you have presently?
Plow trucks, as in,
Plow truck, with plows on?
we have the 3 dump trucks that have spreaders as well. And then we have 2 regular pickup trucks with plows in the front.
You got more than 3 down there. You have the truck that the plank drove, didn't you?
That's one of the pickup trucks. We have
You
the
saying you
dual-
only have three plow trucks?
No, I said 3 plus
No, I
2
said 3
pickup.
plow trucks with spreaders on the back.
Yeah.
And then I have a pickup truck with a plow on the front of it, and then I have a crew cab truck with a plow on the front of it. Then we have the plow for the loader as well, for the downtown area.
Right. You need something bigger.
Bill, let me ask, what would we do with something bigger? Because I'm not,
All snow in the winter time, instead of making 10 trips to one,
okay,
hauling asphalt,
okay.
need something bigger. We have little dump trucks. We need something bigger.
How, do you by chance know how much a used one would?
No,
just
I have no
okay.
idea.
No, we have to go back and, I didn't know.
I meant a used bigger
Yeah, I
one.
never looked at it.
Because would it be beneficial to buy this now? Because what I'm hearing from you, Ben, is we need something now.
Yes, we need something that has the ability to spread its oil as well.
And could we look at purchasing a used, larger dual axle vehicle in 2023? I mean, we'd have to check the prices.
Why couldn't we look for a used one now?
Oh, we
Probably
could,
used ones out there.
we could, but could we also look at buying this if we need it now?
I don't know.
Just a thought. Winter's coming quicker than what most of us probably want.
And this truck is not gonna pass inspection.
I mean, Kim, do you still have the pictures of what that one looks like? I mean, I don't want people to get confused if it's just like a smaller T-tag type dump truck.
Hold on, these are a lot.
Is it a truck 109?
Yeah, it's on, you see it on there?
Over.
Part-time.
Underneath picture.
Yeah.
I'm sorry? It's an international.
This one? That's truck 109.
Oh, wow.
The outside's worse.
Yeah. But that's right, we looked at this.
I had a video on here too, like,
The first one.
Yeah,
Go down to the bottom.
oh, down here.
recommended.
Use the recommended.
Yep.
rusty, falling apart.
Right. So Ben, if we don't replace this, what's that put us down to for winter? Just one, two dump trucks and two pickup trucks?
Three smaller dump trucks, and then 2 regular standard pickup trucks.
Right.
With plows on the front that don't have the ability to spread salt.
This is your only big truck you got.
Oh.
Now, we have another big truck. They can cinder, it doesn't plow though.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that one, this truck here is 31 years old.
Right.
The other one is not far behind it. As far as getting stuff, you know,
Right.
some of the frames. That's why the parts weren't replaced on this one to begin with, because there were no plow parts for the style that was on there. There were no parts for the
Did
spreader.
we buy this truck new?
Did we buy this one new? Yeah, truck 109.
To the best of my knowledge, you know,
Okay.
31 years ago.
Okay.
you know,
Well,
Were you here, Hetty?
pardon?
Were you here for that?
Which one, council? 1990.
I think I only got about 25 years in. That's pretty close.
So Ben,
And some of the equipment I remember.
to kind of jump on what Bill's saying, 'cause I don't necessarily disagree with him. A new double axle truck would be another 100,000 or more than this, or 150 over this.
just the gas. Just the gas.
So if we bought this truck, the difference in cost, we could probably buy the additional one, the double axle used. And still spend the same money, get 2 trucks.
I personally think we would be better off with this one after the way you described it, because I know PennDOT has asked us in the past to plow Logan Street,
Yes.
Tollgate Hill there for them, due to the fact that their truck has already had accidents up there because it's oversized. Well, we got Logan Street, we got Shaw Avenue, you got Marble Alley, I mean, we got a bunch of narrow streets that would be a predicament for the same thing, same reason.
Does the truck you're gonna buy have a plow and a silt spreader on it, or is that extra?
The quote includes the plow and the salt spreader. Now, the caveat to the conversation is that the 3 quotes that we received from 3 different companies, from 2 of them, they would still need to be built. And we know how that goes. The one is available now.
Which one?
It happens to be the one that's 167,528. The other 2 aren't even ordered, production, assembly line. We know supply chain demands and shortfalls that we speak of. We ordered a new recycling truck in January, and it just now made it to the factory to get the body put on the back of it. So 11 months out, if it even stops at that.
Didn't they also say it could be 2023 that we got it?
That's correct.
You know, we
We're
needed
not
this.
talking $600 difference.
Well,
You know
we're
what I
actually
mean?
talking $1,100, $11,000.
$11,000.
11,000.
The 156, the
But
156
but
has to
it's
be
the only
ordered.
one I mean, it's available now.
And again, if you look at I have the quote here in front of me, and I'd have to reach out to the salesman again, but it clearly states at the bottom, this was quoted 9/30/21. It clearly states all quotes are effective for 10 days unless otherwise noted. So with the way things are going, there could be an increase to that.
But you also know that it is available.
You know, right now, there are 2 Peterbilts and there's 1 international. The quote that I have is for the international just because of the local dealer
Right.
and the ability to secure parts and things for it.
I would like to, like to see council make a motion to
I'll make a
purchase,
motion.
if we still have one available.
And the 167,528.18 is the international.
Yes, that is an international. The stainless bed, a customer's choice of a 11-foot plow, Monroe stainless cinder spreader under tailgate. It's an 18 by 18 by 24 aluminum toolbox, an international chassis. And I will tell you that I don't know where the international chassis itself is 92. And so the body and everything else is 72.5.
Does 11-foot plow gonna go down Logan Street to Shaw Avenue?
Yes. And again, there are areas that it may be a challenge, but like I said, it is bigger than the 550s and the 350s that we plow with now.
Council wishes?
I make a motion that we purchase the International that is available, if it is still available. The 167 to
Motion made, properly second. Question?
I have a question. If it's not available, say another borough is going to buy it, then what's this? Go ahead, Ben.
I just got a message from the salesman that said I would have to re-quote. That truck was sold, but like I said, I have 9 total, but only 3 that will be completed soon. But numbers I can have tomorrow, but that doesn't help tonight, sorry.
Okay. But he has 3, and you said it, we said it's available, so.
Yes.
You can't vote on it, you don't know what the price is.
You can, council will just have to stipulate the max amount they can spend. They can say, we vote, they can't spend more than 170,000 or something like that. They can do it, but normally it's not done, but it can be done. The problem is, what we're running into is the guidance we received from all the truck dealers is orders have to be in by November 12th. Otherwise, it's 2023 before you get a truck.
It's up to you, and if you want to change your motion, we can change it. If not, we're gonna leave it the way it is. I mean, I'm going by what Ben says that they need it this year. You know, this is what you run into, you know, mostly because of the pandemic stuff that's going on and
With vehicles.
and everybody having people, you know, can't get people to work and, you know, so.
Okay, I revise my motion that I make a motion that we purchase an available truck with the max being 175,000.
Okay, the motion's been made, properly second, to purchase a truck if we can get it for 175,000 or less.
We will do our best to do that. I promise.
Any questions? Gonna ask for a roll call vote.
Casey,
Yes.
Larry Sear,
Yes.
Venus Shade,
Yes.
Aaron Wilson,
Yes.
Bill Wilson.
No.
Motion carries.
I will back brief the council on this, once we get this worked out.
Okay, are we gonna discuss healthcare in executive session
Yes,
also?
yes, yes.
All right. Johnson Control upgrade for the wastewater treatment plant, $17,040.
Okay, this computer system pretty much runs a huge part of the sewage treatment plant. The upgrade right now is $17,000. The reason it's so expensive is because you're supposed to upgrade it every year. We haven't upgraded it in 6 years. Here's the whole write-up on it, and the cost, like I said, is $17,040.
Council's wishes.
I make a motion to upgrade. They need it.
Yeah.
It's a big part of what their operations, and they need it.
They haven't done it in 5 or 6
There isn't a
years.
lot of choice, but
No.
is there a second?
I'll second.
You seconded it, okay. Question? All those in favor give their consent by saying aye. Opposed? So carried. Southside ADA ramp cost $10,162.
That one's pretty much self-explanatory. I just need permission to approve that for Eads engineering costs.
I thought you already did this.
There's a bunch of them. For ADA ramps.
So we did, I think it was 8 before?
Thought we did all South End.
So did I, Bill, but that's why I'm asking.
Which one is it on here? No, that's a different one we're talking about.
Lucas, do you know, was this
We have an engineering agreement in place to design and bid and oversee construction of the ramps. I think this is just one of our monthly invoices. I bill every couple months as we go through the project. So
okay.
we're still within our
Okay.
engineering agreement, so this isn't an additional.
That's my question.
Yeah, this is just a monthly invoice for the agreement that we had in place. for this
Okay.
year.
Is there a motion to pay
Make
this?
a motion.
I'm second.
Motion made, properly seconded to pay it. Question? All those in favor give their consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried.
You take longer to answer next time, Lucas, you might not get that approval.
Kiwanis Club Christmas Parade, December the 4th at 1 o'clock.
Everything has been submitted. The only thing we're waiting for is PennDOT approval, work on that, so you just approve it with PennDOT's approval.
I think the approval can be,
Okay?
I think.
I don't know, you
No.
submitted it, so I don't think.
Not for the parade, not yet.
Well, let's make it,
I'll make a motion that we do a contingent
Yeah.
upon PennDOT's approval.
I second.
motion made, properly second. Question? All those in favor give their consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried.
Festival of Ice was the one.
Approval to release, okay, that's these funds. So approval to release the 2018 CDGB, 2019 CDGB, and the borough share of $68,148.23. Total of $201,618.22 coming from CDGB and from the borough's liquid fuel for paving projects.
Is that that's different than the 2001 618.22 down there for Hallbaker?
Yep. Let me find it in here. I have it in here. No. Yeah, that's it right there.
So that's the one you have below.
It might be, maybe it is listed twice.
That's 13.
That's the
Do I got
exact
listed
same
twice? Oh, I do have it
yeah.
listed twice.
Okay.
Kim, could we do number 12 first? Number 12 is this is for the South Side CDBG paving project. And once we got everything paved, we did this in 2 phases. Phase 1 was the ADA ramps. They all went off well. Contractor cleaned up a couple cleanup items, and that came in within budget. Phase 1, contract 1. Contract 2 was the paving, and what we ran into with the paving, we milled off a couple streets, and when we milled it off, we found out that the road underneath, the first couple inches, there wasn't much there. So we went ahead and did just an extra base course. We put down 2 inches to really stiffen up the road and put the proper pavement down. Then we came through and just overlaid everything with the finished product. We also subtracted out all the line painting. We were working with Ben, and he said his road crew can go out and do all the stop bars and the crosswalks, do all the white line painting. So we were able to subtract out about $10,000 or $12,000 worth of line painting with the project. So with the extra paving and the subtraction of the line painting, we were able to keep our overage for the entire project at $5,672. So before we approve the final payment, if you guys are on board with approving the change order for that whole, $200 and some odd thousand, we were able to keep it to $5,600 to really tidy things up and do a good job with the paving. So Kim, if it's all right with you, if we could just entertain number 12 first.
Okay, approval for the change order for the South Side Improvement Project.
Yep.
$5,600.72.
I make a motion that we approve the overage.
Second.
Motion made, properly second. Question? All those in favor give their consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried.
Okay, now we have a change order. That established our final number at the 201-618-22 for contract number 2 for the paving with Hallbaker.
That's included in, or goes in with the 13.
Yep, 11 and 13 pretty much go together. When we approve the final payment, the breakdown is the 66, the 66.5, and then the borough's share would be the 68,148.23.
Okay, council's wishes.
So 11 and 13 are 66.
Pretty much, yep. 13 is the total, and 11 is the breakdown of what cost of money is coming out of.
So we're only approving that 201,000, not 406.
That is correct.
I'm going to make a motion to release the CDB funds and make a final payment to Hallbaker.
I second.
Motion made, properly second. Question? All those in favor give their consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried.
And that actually, just for clarification, that also included number 14. So there was 3 or 4 pots of money that I think you guys can look at. So that will wrap up the south side paving.
So on 14, we don't have to vote on that? That should be wrapped up in there?
Yeah, I believe so. Yep, that's all coming out of the same fund.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Yep. Very good.
Thanks, Lucas.
You bet.
Anybody have anything to bring before council? If
I
not,
would say, I just want to publicly thank Kathy for the Halloween parade, the work that went into that, and the parade was awesome. So many comments about it, because it was the best parade we've had in years. So I wanted to thank her, along with a couple of the girls here on staff that made it happen, but it was mostly her. So thank you for doing that.
anyone else have anything to say before we go into executive session? Okay, we're going to adjourn the meeting for executive session.